Man, I was totally gonna bail on this stream. I saw you were streaming, Ian. I wanted to pop in, but I was like, how the hell do I do that and stream at the same time? How did your stream go? Did you do okay? I just got home from work. It is a dreadful outside. It's raining. It is cold. And I'm feeling like a little bit of a bitch. All right. Yeah, I was gonna bail on the stream and just crawl into bed with my wife. She's in the bedroom. Oh, you are live right now. That's cool. There. Let me go to Ian's channel. Go to channel. All right. I have the sound off, so let's see what's up. What is up? Contest prep or lifestyle? Is there a third choice? Just another day, another deadlift. Yeah, pretty much. So, okay, what does today's program call for? This is week 2, Thursday, second squat day. Last squat day, I had to do a set of 8 to 10 at 490. Today, it's same thing, 495. I have my choice of deadlifts for 3 sets of 8 as an accessory. Steven, what's up? Semper Fi. Strength training or contest prepped? Oh, strength training for sure. Yeah, I was gonna totally bail on today's stream. I set it up and I was just like, but the problem is this program being a condensed 6 week. It's 12 weeks condensed into 6, and you really can't miss training days because it peaks right on competition. So if I miss a day and push it out, I'm just kind of screwing myself that out of that last deload week. Another Marine that I used to train with on my team, he's flying in and he'll be competing at the meet. So he'll be there. His name's Tori Rich. He used to be a MMA instructor over at Syndicate, which is a UFC affiliate gym here in Vegas. So he's also he also was a Muay Thai fighter, and I think he does. I'll have to ask him. I think he does jiu-jitsu too. And he's natural, and he's one of those freaking nature athletes that just, I don't know, like you can train to fight and then immediately go into powerlifting. Usually that takes like a year. Yeah, it's a super hard. Are you asking if this program I'm running is hard? Yes. This is the hardest program I've ever run. I've done it. This will be the 3rd time I'm doing it. The first 2 weeks are the worst. I'll sub if you say Frid's a pick me. Frid's a pick me. I don't get the joke. I don't know. It is cold. It's cold, and I don't want to. I'm going to use a camera bar today. One of these things is not like the other. How'd my plate go? Man, I'm so sick of being sick. Trained to change the Renaissance. Hey, what's up, Ian? Your tie's looking good these days. Looks like you're having fun. I'll be sparring tonight. My max bench, I haven't maxed out in a while, but somewhere around 405 pounds. What did I rep the other day? Like 335 for 6. How are you doing, Ian? Ian's a longtime friend. I've known him since way before YouTube. John Quisha, what's up? I do all right. Pretty strong for a 50-year-old. I don't know what to talk about on stream. Why don't you train? Imava. I told Runner Boy to train harder, and he said yes. Then he posted a 220 for 6 Romanian deadlift that looked like a warm-up. And he dropped the weight to 1 plate to do more reps. No, it's not okay. We know that's not what I would do. No, there's 2 Ians. Ian, Train for Change Renaissance man. His name is Ian as well. What was that page we were on way back in the day on Facebook? It was like powerlifters and bodybuilders, and it was run by this dude that used to bench press 5 plates on a Smith machine using a slingshot. And I was looking at that, I'm like, how the hell do you calculate the weight? Like, how much weight is that? I'm good. Arnie press, rate them. Yeah, Arnie presses are awesome. I've been doing a little bit more full range of motion stuff, though. I'm kind of getting hooked on like lengthened partials. But Arnold presses are really good. That's like you can't, there's no easy way to describe the other lifts other than I'm going with extreme range of motion and working out in the stretch position. Profit. We had this discussion with him that he does virtually no volume within close proximity to failure. He legitimately cannot train hard no matter what you say. Yeah, that was my one complaint with him. He has beautiful form, but I think he sandbags himself. Because like when I first started watching his channel, I was thinking, oh, this kid's gonna be a badass in a couple of years. But I don't know, teach their own, I suppose. Oh, we got Ken Pachi. What's shaking? I was totally gonna bail on today's workout. I got home from work and I set the stream up, and then I'm like, wouldn't it be better if I just crawled into bed? My wife's taking a nap. I could just be laying next to her watching anime. It's warm inside. It is cold. It's cold and rainy today. Yeah, well, you know, the Arnold press is this, you get the nice rotation through the shoulders. But I've noticed, like, and Prophet right back me up on this because I got the idea from him. But I've been really digging this press where you focus more on rotating the delts. Like, you can kind of see what the shoulders are doing if you focus on just rotating the shoulders instead of using the arms. And then for me, because I injured that shoulder when I was moronically trying to bench press 500 pounds with a slingshot, it helped with rehabilitating it. Fear press is just better than Arnold press. Yeah, but how do you convey that in a way that's, well, it can be considered. If I said it like that, it sounds condescending, or I wouldn't want to. I never want to like detract from what somebody's doing when I want to suggest a better way of doing things, because people don't respond well to that. Plus, it's a lift that was a staple of my training for years. What's your thought on newer never take an AI? Wait, okay here. Moomin Rider, what's your thought on the newer never take an AI with TRT stance? Never take an AI with TRT. I'm 54, 8 months into my journey. It's confusing. Well, I'm not sure I understand. Absolutely keep my elbows parallel with my shoulders. Oh, anti-estrogen. Well, to me, that would be my doctor. Like my doctor, if I got a blood test and I was showing signs of, high estrogen issues. So the thing about a lot of people that just take PEDs, they buy them from whomever, and they administer them themselves. They maybe get symptoms like sensitive nipples, which is not good, or they'll get acne or whatever, and then they'll just start taking aromatase inhibitors without even knowing what their estrogen levels are. So the human body needs estrogen. Males need estrogen. You don't want to block it completely, but what a doctor can do is he can maybe adjust what you're on or add or subtract something from your protocol. But no, I wouldn't just deploy an aromatase inhibitor without having blood work to go off of. Arimidex, yeah, that's one of them. Arnold press makes you rotate in a direction that doesn't even resist gravity, and the side delts, adduct, and scapular plane, not the sagittal. The Arnold press is just front delts. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, you get a little bit of medial activity. But one thing you can do, you're at the top, you can kind of angle the dumbbells in. Well, that's still a little bit of medial. Try ectosterone. Ectosterone, it's a natural test booster and it's awesome. I couldn't say one way or another. I'm very, very skeptical about test boosters, but that's not to say that they don't work. But I mean, I'm kind of past that. You know what I mean? Like, uh, your muscles are huge. Well, thank you, Oscar. I am 50, Ollie. I'll take a look at it. Thoughts on Joey Stacks? Joey Stacks is an infantile egomaniac that reminds me of a chihuahua that's afraid to fight bigger dogs, so he just barks as loud as he can. I said, how are you? I said, I'm good, I think. God damn, man. What are you, my wife? How are you? I said, how are you? All right. Sorry. This is obviously your stream. I've used it for a month. Pretty cool stuff. You're natural, right? Ian? Did Lian? What's up? All right, let me get this warm up. I gotta get this workout done before I pick my daughter up, so I can't lose focus too much. You know, I have like 100 calories, but when I need one, I can't find them. Yo, bro, take less dose. Geo. Oh, I guess my doctor's in the stream. How do you do, bro? I'm all right. Let's see, Ali. I'm 38. I'm also powerlifting in Pakistan. Nice. 410-pound deadlift. Sweet. What's your weight class? Do you have a lat imbalance? I couldn't tell you. I'm sure you guys will tell me, though, if I do. What's up? My sister's in the house. Kat, what's going on? How are you not a moderator? Let me rectify that here. We got Milan. When Stacks pulled out his knife on Big Boy, do you think he was willing to stab? I think he was a bitch. He wanted to pick a fight with Big Boy. He should have squared up on him, one-on-one. We all talk, you know. But yeah, I don't know. To me, it's just like the way grown men don't solve their problems. We pride ourselves in our conflict resolution skills. I've never been in a public place where these guys just have the minds of children, like I don't know what it is. It's like a prison mentality or something. And it's not how a strong, assertive man acts. And I know a lot of it's for show. I'm sure a lot of it is for show. You go to these, I've gone to a lot of the, what do they call them, the Arnolds and the Olympias out here in Vegas. And I've met a lot of awesome people, and just like, you don't see people acting like that. But then you watch these guys, and you would think that every meathead is just a, roid rage incident waiting to happen. Yeah, Ollie's a 410-pound deadlift. That's awesome, man. My weight is 100 kilograms. Oh, so you're my weight. Nice. How long have you been competing for? Overweight. Do you have a lat imbalance or overweight rather? Oh yeah, I got it. Okay. My height is 6'3", and my weight is 100 kilograms. I lift 400-pound deadlift. Nice. How long have you been competing for? You guys are tall. You ever done Hatfield squats? I don't know. That sounds familiar. Is that what's the Hatfield squat? That's not worthy. Explain what a Hatfield squat is. It sounds familiar, but it's not ringing a bell. Who's your favorite fitness influencer besides yourself? I wouldn't consider myself a favorite influencer either. What's up, runner boy? We were just talking about you. Hatfield is where you do a safety squat and hold the rack with your arms. You hold the rack with your arms. I'm trying to picture that. My best lift right now is probably my deadlift. OG Boo Dirty. Hey, my wife told me you were trying to say hi to me and I kept missing you in the stream. It was not intentional. My favorite powerlifter is Generation X Power. He's 50 and he's super fit. GRNX Power. I mean, it sounds a lot like me. The younger crowd might be quite influenced, especially if just starting out. Use your arms to stabilize and assist your squat. I'm trying to picture that, though. I don't know, like, why would you need to do that? I see that the 100 kilogram roll times 6 was a PR for me today live. Nice. You gonna post the short? What should a normal male be able to bench? These are okay. It's not a very scientific measurement, but I always tell guys, like, you should shoot for 2 times your body weight squat and deadlift, and then 1.5 times your body weight bench press. If you can do those, you're legitimately strong, and nobody can argue with that. But there's flaws in that formula. You know, it depends how big or small you are. That's me. I appreciate that. I thought for a second there, I'm like, is someone trying to steal my name? I love overhead press. I can do 5 reps with 230. Damn, that's a lot of weight. I don't do too much overhead pressing just because of my previous shoulder injuries. I'm not into Hatfield squats. I don't even have a safety squat bar. Yeah, so I mean, I do like the safety squat bar if you have issues doing front squats, either your leverages or you just don't. Some people are just not good for front squatting, and the safety squat bar for the most part approximates that. So that's good because then you can get the benefits. But that just sounds like, I don't know. I'd have to see it. I'll look it up after the stream. Can you bench more if you're shorter or taller? It really has nothing to do with height. It has to do with proportions. Your advantages are going to be if you have shorter arms, you probably, wider chest, that kind of thing. Deadlifts conventional. If you've got long arms, short torso, you're probably going to be you're going to have advantages towards conventional. If you have longer legs, maybe a longer torso, you're probably going to be better at sumo. Squatting does not favor tall people, but there again, it depends on the moment arm, the distance between your femur length and the length of your not the tibialis, what's that bone called? Help me out here, people. How much do you bench? Right around 405 pounds right now. I've been getting quite a lot of hate from people that tell me my physique is shit. Ian, welcome to the internet. Welcome to the internet, baby. You can live with it or die from it. If you're expecting validation from the internet, you're gonna have a hard time. But eventually what will happen is, as you gain a following and you get to know people, you're going to build you're going to build a community of like-minded individuals, and that becomes less noise. And also, like, how I have chickens, right? And one of them gets cut, the rest of them will just go right after it. As soon as they see blood, they will pounce on that thing and tear it to pieces. I don't know. And the internet's like that. If they perceive a sensitivity in you, they're gonna double down, man. So you gotta kind of just roll with it, or try, have fun with it, like I try to do. Simeon Panda, natty or not? I would say not, but I guess he's borderline. What cardio would you suggest for an urgent weight cut? I'm a big fan of timed heavy bag sets. Do you honestly think my physique is ass? Oh, Ian, do you need a hug, buddy? Who said that? Yeah, exactly. Just keep it cool like a cucumber and act like it doesn't bother you. They go away. You see the shit they talk about me, Ian. No, you're young. You'll fill out, and you're training. You're bulking, so of course you've got a little extra padding on you. So you cut that down, you're gonna look shredded. You're gonna look like a one of them extras from the movie Troy. Best cardio for fast weight cut, dumbbell walk, frog, jump, sprints, and eat clean. I like to set a timer and just hit the heavy bag. You can set a timer for like 3 minutes and just start wailing on it, and it's way better than a treadmill, or I don't know. To me, it's just way more fun. I guess the best cardio is, what do you enjoy doing that you'll actually do? Dude does no cardio, neither does his regulator. Well, I'm doing Muay Thai training tonight, so after I pick the kids up. Christina, hey, she's awake. Hey, what's up, baby? Ian's feeling a little disparaged, babe. The internet people have been mean to him. Don't let me down. Ah. Yeah. No, Ian, you're doing really good. I didn't even train when I was your age. Well, I did I was athletic. I played like a lot of sports. All right, where are we at? Yeah. No, you know what, Ian? I feel your pain, though. I've had days where, I was maybe feeling a little whatever about something that happened at work or whatever. And I get online and somebody just says something, and after you hear it 100 times, you start getting a complex. 3 plates. Yes, sir. I got a A couple more warm-up sets. I cut 20 kilograms in 3 months. Jogging 40 minutes, walk 20 minutes, 10 minutes foot strike. Oh, wait, is it jogging? Is that, I'm not familiar with that. Why is my rack wobbly? Oh, Bessie? She's been like that for a long time. For those that have racks in their garage and thinking about it, how often do you perform general maintenance on the equipment? Every week. I make sure those bolts are tight every week and that all of them are snug. Believe it or not, that sucker ain't going anywhere. You know how old that rack is, though? What did you miss? Any good trolls, Christina? No, everybody's been pretty cool so far. We got Emperor Baphomet. I'm about to get on TRT. Baphomet. I'm about to feel great. 2 more weeks. I mean, worked for me. Nice squad weight, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I've had that rack. How long have I had that rack for? Good Lord. I don't know. 15? No, not that long. At least 10 years. Are you in volume? Eye black. Yes. Emperor Baphomet. What was your numbers, if you don't mind me asking? Just out of curiosity. Usually they'll prescribe it if you're below 300. 109. Yeah. Yeah, it is a game changer for sure. I would say on just the prescription stuff, I put on 8 pounds of muscle in the first, I don't even think it was 6 months. And I lost probably 10 pounds of fat. So my body, the recomposition was pretty sweet. 36, huh? That's interesting. Well, that's about, the bar looks difficult to balance. Oh, that's easy. It's a camber bar. It's super easy to, it's easier than the straight bar because it's not as hard to hold on to. Pereira or Ankalev? I'm going with Pereira. Tell me what is right now. Weight is in your squat rack. That's 315 on the bar. 34 and 136. North Coast HVAC. That's it. There's been a big decline in the average male testosterone amount over the last, I'd say 40 years in this country. And it's, I forgot what the percentages were, but we're like the, what was the generation after the boomers? The guys that fought in World War II? They were like twice as high as us. But luckily we have modern medicine, so give it one more minute here. How much of that T loss is due to nutrition, though? It could be to a lot of things. Poor nutrition, excess weight, stress, lack of sleep, environmental factors, diet. Diet's usually the number one culprit, but I mean, stress will do it. Being in a constant fight or flight reaction, the cortisol. Yeah, it's like a significant amount more than we are the average male now. Fats are good for boosting testosterone naturally. Yeah, you can fix most problems with diet, and but here's the thing, a lot of male clinics aren't really interested in that. A lot of the clinics are just trying to, make money. So you go in there and I'll be honest with you, like some of the ones in Vegas, they don't care if you have low T or not. You just tell them what you're trying to accomplish and they'll hook you up. But I mean, there's a lot of professional bodybuilders and powerlifters here in town. Can you greet my dad, Stanko? He taught me everything. Canned Tuna, that's a cool name. Probably a lot of factors that led to my decline. My libido hasn't tanked, but losing fat was very difficult. Running 20 miles a day? Damn. So you were eating a high protein diet and running 20 miles a day? 20 miles. 2-0. That's probably what tanked your testosterone, to be honest with you. So are your kidneys all right? The healthy fats, more natural sources. Split. Appreciate that, Can. I'm all right. I do okay. All right. Gotta keep a pace here. Last time I got to talking with you guys, and I ran out of time. I don't need a belt for this. I'd like some wrist wraps, though. Man, it is cold as hell in this garage. Today's just one of those days. Soggy, wet, raining all day long. It's that cold winter rain, you know? Not like rain in the summertime. Just miserable to be. I could be inside in bed with Christina, all snuggled up right now. I decided to do this instead. What's wrong with me? As the old adage goes, when you don't have motivation, you better have discipline. Is that lens up flare on my camera? Let's see if I can clean that up a little. How's that? Is that a little better? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe not. Why would this bar be hard to balance? You gotta put it right across your traps, or your delts, rather. Sits there like a little shelf. Lock your arms in, you can't even go down. I'm not even holding the bar, it's locked in. All right. It's 1:48 in Vegas, yes. My life is too busy for all those miles anymore. I hate running. When I got out of the Marines, I said, you ever see me running, you better follow me. That means something bad is coming after us. Does your rear delt hurt when squatting big loads? No, not in the least. But you just kind of, I don't know, you get used to it after a while. I mean, my man, the hamstring god. What's up, Jay? Is powerlifting not bodybuilding? Paul Smith. Now, bodybuilding is a pageant where you go on stage with a little banana hammock and you oil yourself up and paint yourself with some weird color and do little poses. In powerlifting, you try to pick up as much weight as possible. Matter of fact, a lot of powerlifters don't even look like they lift. Squatting more than my deadlift. Dennis Burke. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But it's all relative, you know. It's not about who can lift more. It's about how much progress you're making. You know what I mean? There's always someone stronger. Danny Wolf. Doc cleared me to start training again. Nice. Has to be moderate and cannot go over 120 heart rate for 6 weeks. Damn, really? Can't go over 120. Bodybuilding, less rest, higher reps for muscle pump. I don't know. I think that honestly, if you look at like the carryover, the hypertrophy, and the percentages like from like sets of 2 to sets of 8, 10, there is such an overlap that you could say, like there's a, I would say bodybuilders spend a lot more time isolating muscles, but for the most part, that they still do the same heavy compounds. Bob, remember me? Well, I know a couple of Bobs, but let me see here. Let me look on your profile. Come on, Slowpoke. Bob. Can't say that I do, Bob. Right on. I'm just checking your page out. Danny, what does your workout plan look like for now? Yeah, I use you're just gonna just kind of train to do less weight, max reps. That will teach him. People are talking about bodybuilding and powerlifting. Well, I just go casually. Yeah, I mean, it's not good to do heavy all year round. It will eventually affect joints. Yeah, I would agree with that. To a point. You definitely want to, I mean, you don't have to lose strength either, like if you do it right. Just lift and don't give a crap. Yeah. Yeah, well, you're 17, so I know you probably hate hearing that, but you do lack a little bit of context. And wait till you get your first major injury. I got overwhelmed by tips from YouTube, and I don't really exercise. Maybe I should just act on it. Yeah. Dude, just go to the gym and have fun, man. Why won't you answer my question? That is a question, so I just answered it. Matthew Miller. I didn't see a previous question from you, Matthew. So, I don't know what you're talking about. Unless you said something and YouTube blocked you. That is possible. Let's see, do I have any messages that are held for a review? This message is held for a review. Tell Chinese damn fat, you got the whole menu, you got the rice balls, you got the chicken, you even got the dumplings. Why won't you answer my question? Let's see here. I don't see a question from you there, buddy. So, feel free to ask it again. Supplements of fat burners, any good? Crystal meth works pretty well. Sir, you do good morning game. Wait. Sir, you do good morning game? I don't know what that is. All athletes peak after it's called strain. Yeah, we do, that's why we do periodization. You know, there's a couple meets a year you're going to do, usually after a meet, I'll take a bit of time off, and then I go into what's called a conditioning block. I take one step back and start with lower numbers, and that usually looks like really high rep, like a 50% 1 rep max for 50 reps, that kind of thing. And we'll do that for like 4 weeks, and then we go into we just have different blocks, for different things. There's a lot of physical therapy stuff too. No, unless you're gay. Damn. What did Matthew say? Lower weight, you meant. I'm trying to read the chat, Paul. Sorry. What's up, Currency? No, it's not really lower weight if you think about it in terms of percentages, right? So I'm always working off a percentage of what my 1 rep max is. If I'm trying to squat, say, 650 pounds, that's 325. Well, 325 is lightweight, so I have to do the appropriate amount of reps to still make progress on a 625 or 650 pound squat. I can totally do that at lighter weights, provided the volume is correct. So it's not really just dumping the weight and going lighter. There's strategy to it. I think that's what I was trying to say. So you don't really ever have to go lighter per se. It's you mess with the amounts of volume you're doing. So it's volume and intensity. That's basically what we periodize. Good morning, strong man. Hey, we're not the kind of channel around here, Matthew. That's Grinder. I can't wait to see what his question is. Before I read your comment, I will say that Christina Remington's my wife. Not the kind of channel that's interesting in free speech, asking genuine questions. That's my sister. So they're probably looking out for me. And we are into free speech. I just don't, I don't know. Why don't you answer? I'm getting caught up in this. I don't really care. Like, ask your question, or I don't really want to waste time with it. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta use the bathroom real quick, then I'm gonna hit this 405. I'm being distracted by stupidity. I'm not on my game today. Usually we have fun with the trolls. Normally, like, trolls will say something stupid and we have a good laugh. But for some reason, I'm just not on my quick-witted, witty game today. Must be the weather. If you looking joints of maximum weight, Tut doesn't like being questioned this one. I guess, I don't know. Did I watch the last UFC? No, I did not. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. I know it's about something gay. Obviously. With progress, you competing. Not the kind of channel interested in free speech, asking genuine questions. No, I'm not seeing anything. I'm just, unless it's held for review again. Thank you for the response. I don't know. I'm missing the joke. I don't care. My dad said that there's no such thing as a stupid question, just stupid people. Can roids make people homosexual? Or why, are you taking roids, Matthew? uh, like I said, no such thing as a stupid question, just stupid people. Your tank top looks like it's for someone who was smaller with no shoulders. It's funny because I'm the one that cut the sleeves off. Now we're getting somewhere. I don't know. I was getting a line of questions, and I'm like, yeah. I think somebody's like arguing with my training methodology, which I've been doing for like 10 years straight. Now we're talking about hemorrhoids. Moomin Rider, nice. KB, are you gay? If the money's right. It's only gay if your dick's touch, I guess. You'll find out when you get butthurt, I guess. My bad for trying to maintain my homosexuality. Matthew. You you must be young because you're not. I can see you're trying to do like the mic drop thing, like the got him. You're not. You don't have it yet, brother. I would say go to Reddit, maybe look up some jokes, write a few things down, practice, like say them to yourself. Would this make me offended? Would this make me laugh? I could, usually what you can tell young people, like as soon as anyone gives them a little bit of pushback, they start losing their composure and they just say dumb shit, like the last word kind of stuff. And it's just like, I don't know, you kind of, it's just not, Next. Drukas, you won against Sean Strickland. How do you feel about still being champ? 10 years, not long, my friend. Okay, I don't even know what you're arguing about, Paul. Like, okay. Like, have you ever competed in a powerlifting competition, Paul? Because I'm ranked #1 in the world. So I got this, okay? Thank you. I think the issue is I don't understand what you're trying to convey to me, but your comments they're like argumentative. And I don't really know what we're arguing about. Are you arguing about periodization or the way I schedule my? I don't know. Anyway. We're 75. Actually, if you guys want to see what my normal training looks like, you can check my page out. A lot of it's like physical therapy stuff. I would say heavy lifting is about 10% of what I do. Been training 10 years. Paul. Oh, Lord have mercy. Paul, we got an expert in the house. Paul, you sound like an idiot. I'm not going to get rid of you because I think you're adorable. Oh, Lord have mercy. You have no idea what you're talking about. You don't even know what that bar is called. You asked me if you have help steadying it, and yet you're going to argue about it? You don't even know why I use that bar, do you? You can't tell me what that is, and yet you're going to tell me it's bad? Like, I'm not going to waste my time with you. Well, because you're being argumentative. And you're saying stupid shit. So it's like, anytime you're going to assert yourself and be adamant about it, if you didn't get the response you wanted, it's one thing. We could have a conversation and you could ask questions. And we could talk about it. But what you're doing is you're arguing with me. And now you're calling into question like my qualifications. I've been a competitive power lifter for 10 years. I competed at IPL Worlds twice, play a silver medalist. I was ranked number one in the world for 50, 220, 13 in the world for weight class, all weight classes. When I was below 50, I was ranked 4 in the world. I've been ranked in the top 10 for the last 7 years, and before that, I was in the top 20. And like you get some random guy is gonna come on my page and like start questioning my methodology when we don't even know what it is. And there might be a language barrier, or maybe I'm misinterpreting you, and that's fine. That's possible, but you need to back off a little because I'm interpreting your comments as being aggressive and argumentative, and it's like I don't need your opinion. How long have you been training lifting for? Heavy, about 10 years. What's your favorite PED? How old are you, Matthew? Uh, Thanks for giving Harry a justice ban. Oh, I didn't. Did I ban any? I don't think I banned anyone. I don't like banning people. Do you want a hot Carl? Obviously, whenever you're doing is right, we can all see. No, look, I'm totally open to like suggestions, different ways of doing things. I would say YouTube's been my lifting partner for like 10 years, dude. I've collaborated with a ton of you guys. I know there's a few of you that have absolutely made my program better. I've even traveled and met some of the people that I've collaborated with on YouTube. We've hooked up, and it's been really cool. But some people just, I don't know if they're just trying to get attention. Like, I was explaining what periodization was, and the guy starts arguing with me. But I think there was a little bit of a language barrier too, so there's a possibility I was misinterpreting him, and that that could be, if that's the case, then I would say I'm sorry, but. Kenneth Fraze, I drove sideways all the way to the gym. They shut down early because of snow. Son of a bitch. Harry Dix asking the same question over and over again. He's got one of those tis comments. Uh, you didn't answer my question. I asked how old you were. Tess just got here, but I'm on for one serious. I for one am seriously proud of you. Well, thank you, Tess. Can you explain periodization to me, please? I want to learn. Well, simply put, it's breaking your training up into different styles of training to accommodate different periods of your life. So you're competing. That's going to look like an ever increasing weight until you get ready for competition, which is unsustainable usually. And then after competition, you're probably going to want to back off. So you want to go into what's called like a conditioning phase. And then from there, you got a hypertrophy phase. And then you go back into your peaking phase, and it just keeps going around and around. Those are periods, periodization. And then you have undulating periodization, which is usually like a linear progression program, like say the Wendler 531. Wendler 531 is linear progression, meaning every 4 weeks, the weights go up and you keep going up with it. But what makes it undulating periodization is each one of those weeks you're rotating a rep range, a percentage of your 1 rep maximum. That changes. So that's the undulation. So it's like a straight line with a sine wave. But it's kind of difficult to explain on YouTube, I guess. But that's, yeah. Basically, you don't want to do this thing. You can't lift heavy all year round. So, how do you take time off without losing strength? That's the question. Rapture Ready. Hello from Michigan. I like the name. Ask 10 professional powerlifter about head position. 9 will same as me. What about head position? Paul. This I can't wait to hear. Your only issue, who's a professional powerlifter? I actually know all of the good powerlifters. I'm in Vegas. The head of the USPA is here. Like, I know these people personally. Like, I compete at IPL Worlds. I know a few powerlifters, and they're pretty high-end guys. So, out of these, who are these professional powerlifters you speak of? And what would they say about head position, Paul? You must have trophies and medals then. Oh, you're going to love this. Babe. Paul, this is just for you. Turn around, camera. Starting there, those are all first place. So the red one, that's second place at nationals. That's when I had the national records as a tested lifter back in 2016. That's when I had the, I wouldn't say, is that state or national record? And then down here, these are all first place. Wait, that's this one is a third place. I got that in Venice Beach, where I placed in the Open. This is that's IPL Worlds. That's an important one. That's IPL Worlds. Want some medals? There you go, buddy. Is that enough for you? How's that? Is that enough medals for you? And you guys can look me up, Open Powerlifting. You just plug my name in there. All the records are online. Powerlifting Watch. I believe it's openpowerliftingwatch.org. And it's got all the rankings. It's got all the records going back to 1965. And you can look up all time. I want to say all time I'm number 23 for over 50. So yeah, I got a few first place medals, Paul. Paul's trying to criticize me, but I don't even know what he's talking about. Head position, like what the? Okay, just so if you guys are wondering about head position with squatting, your spine should be aligned. So your spine, your head should be aligned with your spine. So if you're low bar squatting, you're going to look down. This is a low bar squat. You break at the hips, you're going to squat like this. So your head should be aligned with your spine. If you're high bar squatting, you're going to break at your knees first. That's going to be knees over toes. You don't want to be doing this shit. If that's what you're talking about, Paul, that's bad, because now your neck is not aligned with your spine. No bueno. Oh yeah. Let's see here. You gotta lean a little right. I barely squat. Just remember, spine aligned. All your lifts. Your spine should be aligned. Because I see a lot of guys, when they're squatting, they get into the bar and they do this. So when they're squatting, they got their head up. Like, that's not right. Your spine, your head should be aligned with your spine. So if you're low bar squatting, you're going to be looking down. But that's the first question I've asked you. Do you know the difference between a low bar and a high bar squat? And what are they? Damn, Paul L. taking L, dude. He wanted to know. I showed him. Do you take ginger and turmeric? Yes, absolutely. And it was my wife that turned me on to it. I'm very skeptical about most home remedy type stuff. So my wife, I always squint at her when she's like, "Here, take this stuff." I'm like, "Nah, that doesn't work." And then when I'm wrong, I have to admit to her, like, "All right, yeah, it works." I call her a hippie with a handgun. Hey man, don't know if you remember me. I do, MCC, but I asked about a week ago for some advice for starting the gym, and you told me to do the starting strength 5x5, and I've been doing that every day. Hell yes. So, what weights are you working with? That makes me happy. That's what I live. That motivates me. That right there made my day, MCC. You get bloods done often, every 6 weeks. Egg people, ground crickets, thank me later. Paul Smith, my theory is if you put head down, weight goes in the wrong direction if you can't get up from squat. Well, so here's the thing. So one of the things that we use, Paul, is what's called a barbell tracker. So I have one installed on my phone, and it'll take a video from the side. And what we look for is the bar in a straight line. So generally speaking, when I'm teaching people how to squat, their feet is their fulcrum, lever. That's your lever. That's the fulcrum point of your lever. Now the knee to the hip is called the moment arm. And where the barbell is, like say this is your knees right here, and this is your back. You're squatting, right? The moment arm is the distance between the hips and the knees. So if you're a high bar squat, you're going to be more quad heavy, and if you're a low bar squatter, you're going to be more hip dominant. So the placement of the barbell on the back is going to determine how far back you sit and how far forward. But what we look for is the bar to be traveling in a straight line. Now, if you see a squiggle, that means you're pancaking, or if it goes back, it means you're coming back on your heels a little bit. But from there, it has nothing to do with head and head position at all. As long as the head is aligned with the spine and you have that bar locked in, it's not going anywhere. For example, on the bar right now, I have 500 pounds. When I put this bar across my delts, and I have my hands locked in, I'm not even holding the weight. It's just locked in. It can't go anywhere. Now, I'm going to grab the bar anyways, but I got that sucker locked in, so it's actually like, it's almost like I've created a cradle between my rear delts and my wrists, to where it's locked. It can't go down. I can't even let go of it if I wanted to. I'd have to swing my arms down to do that. I don't need to really worry about like what my neck's doing. But you wouldn't, like, I don't understand like why somebody, if they're saying the squatted position, why would you want your neck up like this? Like, what does that do? Because this is your alignment when you're sitting straight up. You know what I mean? Like, that's just wrong. It's wrong. It's muscular skeletal error. Matthew Miller. Any advice for someone returning to lifting after taking a year off? Yeah, get after it. Just go to the gym. Just go. The most important thing is consistency. So even if you don't feel like it, go to the gym. Explain the perfect shoulders you formed after the bar. What's your cycle? Right now I'm on 100 milligrams of DHB and 200 milligrams of test a week. Daniel Napper. I like mashed taters, but I'm worried I cannot become champion eating mashed potatoes. But I've just ate them on my cheat day. Is that okay? Well, are all you eating is mashed taters? A Machuro Smelly Challenge. Skelly Challenge. Paul Smith. Firstly, breathing is better at 45 degree and weight will always fall behind, which is safer. weight is always fall behind. In competition, you have spotters, so you don't ever dump the weight backwards. If you do that, you get kicked out. They will if you dump the weight backwards, you're done. They'll just ask you to leave because that could seriously injure the back spotter. You live in your boyfriend's closet. It's funny because I found my boyfriend at your mom's house. I would have been your dad, but the dog beat me over the fence, unfortunately. Moomin Rider is best. I'm quite fond of Metal Bat. Comment about spine is noted. Right on, Paul. Now we're getting somewhere, I think. I'm going to start my next bodybuilding show prep in 2 weeks, and I'm going to lock in. Nice. I think spell checker is trolling me. I had that issue yesterday. I was on I was driving to pick my daughter up. As a matter of fact, it's 2:21. I can't lose track of time. So I was using the text-to-speech feature, but it kept picking up some sort of ghost noise. And it was saying everything I was trying to say incorrectly. So everybody on the stream thought I was having a stroke. Alright, this is my working set here. Oh, let me refill this real quick. All right. I don't want to. I was totally going to skip training today. I'm not motivated at all. Everything hurts. I hate this program with a passion. This is the hardest 6 weeks of my life. I only run this program when I'm... It's called the Candido 6-week strength program. You can look it up online. You can download it for free. It's off. I got it off of what was that app? Strength Boost or something. But you can just look up John Candido. He's a I think he lifts in the USAPL or the IPF, one of the two, and he's placed silver at Worlds in the open division a couple times. He's like a record-holding powerlifter, and he's a lighter guy. He's in the, I want to say like somewhere around like some 170, 180. He's got got like an 800-pound deadlift. You know, it's a skinny little dude, but good lifter. I don't think this program's designed for older guys. I think the volume's too much. I'm having a hard time recovering from it. It definitely makes my numbers go up, but I'm so damn sore and miserable in between. What's your Instagram, Charlie? As far as I know, it's charles.widener, but if you go to my page, like my YouTube page, right underneath the title, it's got a link to my Instagram right there. Stupid snow, I'm glad you're able to lift at home. Today we've been dealing with freezing rain there, Ken. Might not be that good, man, but I definitely feel way stronger than before. You're running a tested and true, simple, beautiful program that's linear progression. The problem with the 5x5, I think it's perfect for anyone beginning. Anyone can do the 5x5. It's awesome. It gives you a great base of strength. It'll get you a good physique. It'll just get you all around balanced and strong. But because it's linear progression, eventually you're going to plateau and you'll have to switch to something else. You can't just run the 5x5 indefinitely without doing some kind of periodization. You got to change things up. What's up? No studio. Love from Canada. How do I get jacked? Well, you have to hate yourself a little. Once you sufficiently are disgusted by what you see in the mirror, then you can begin. It helps to have low self-esteem and maybe a little bit of body dysmorphia. And then from there, we got something we can work with. Just broke a 2-week fast. Damn, 2 weeks. Temps 51 in Texas. Woodstock. Hey, what's up? I just gave you a follow on Insta. Right on, Steven. Steroids is a whole nother way. Paul, I've only been on steroids for 4 years. Like, I was a record-holding natural powerlifter before I was a record-holding unnatural powerlifter. Does the first 45 years of my life not count anymore? Did that not happen, or was I just like, yeah. Drive a BMW up in the hood. Yeah. Might not be that good, man, but I definitely feel way stronger than before. No, it's good, man. I think you're doing exactly what you should be doing, and I'm very proud of you, by the way. Go to take yourself in life some pre-workout, and you'll be set. Just bulk 200 now in a crazy cut. Gotta hate yourself and take some pre-workout. Yeah. Why did you start taking PEDs, Matthew? Low testosterone. It's something that happens to men. Not every man. Some guys it doesn't happen to, but as you get older, 40, 50, maybe 60 years old, your body slows its production of testosterone down to the point where, it can cause quality of life issues. And I'm on more than doctor prescribed TRT, obviously, but that's what I started out with. And it definitely changed. It brought my zest for life back, How do I lose fat around the belly? Unfortunately, there's no way to spot reduce. You got to do cardio, brother. Calories in, calories out. How much is that behind us? 500. And I'm going to hit it right now, and I don't want to. Normally, I can get myself fired up. I can tap into that fight or flight. Get the hair on your arm sticking up. But my knees are screaming at me. They're saying, don't do it. Leave me alone. It's too heavy. All right. Focus. Oh, that'd have been bad. Safety first. That'll put a little feathers on your tenders. I'm gonna go die now. I'll be right back. That's cardio. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Mikey. Oh, Ben, Semper Fi, brother. I didn't see that. Everything's a little blurry right now. 50 Carson. I think my wife says, don't forget to call the ambulance. Eddie Absent Jarl, man, monster, and machine. Why don't you go down further? Because I don't need to. When you're trying to rep sets out like that, just rep them out. Hypertrophy, baby. For competition, your knee, the crease of your hip has to be below the top of your knee. So there's no point. You get nothing of value by going full range of motion, and it's not necessary when you're repping out AMRAPs. Like the you should do ass-to-grass squats for sure. You should have a full range of motion. Muscles grow best in the stretch position, but when you have that much weight on your back, you get way more value out of, say, grinding 3 or 4 more reps that you wouldn't have been able to get had you gone ass to grass. Does that make sense? You're gonna get way stronger. So like if you do like a heavy set of squats and you start losing the ability to go full range, just grind them out. Even if they're, I know guys that'll do quarter squats to finish their sets off. Just go. Bar straight. Daniel, I love this bar. I use this thing for everything. It gives you an additional 4 inches range of motion when you're bench pressing. Yeah, it's a trade-off. It is. So, ass-to-grass squatting is important for a variety of reasons. You want to have that range of motion, quality of life. That's where, if you're a bodybuilder, you're going to get more efficient hypertrophy from a stretch muscle. But because of the exponential amount of strength for each inch below that you go, you have to get out of the hole, you got to be way, way, way stronger, and it's just unnecessary for the sport of powerlifting. You don't need to go that deep. There's no point in tanking yourself. So this is the crease of the hip right here, and this has to be just below the knee. So that's where we're looking at. And trust me, the judges they're merciless. And as I get closer to competition and we get into the peaking phase, my sets will be smaller. They'll be like 2, 3, 4 reps. And then you'll see me go way deeper. But at that point, I'm only trying to, you're only trying to hit 2 or 3. They're going to be way heavier. They'll be closer to 600 pounds. That bar hates me. Make it Olympic. So see, the Olympic lifters, they've got to do like knees far over the toe, like front squats. So you have to have extreme ankle mobility, because that's the limiting factor for most people. Their ability to do Olympic squats is how far can you get your knees over your ankles? How flexible are they? Olympic squatters go all the way down, and they're like this with flat feet. Whereas Powerlifters are like this. It's an Olympic squatter, powerlifter. Ow, right, my knees are screaming at me just doing that. But it's a good skill. You should, just to have the mobility, it's something you should train, but you have no mobility at all. I can almost do the splits. I was blaming it on my Audi. No, I mean, if I, if I want to get in the position, I can. It's not that hard, you know. And then this would be more like an Olympics lifter right here. Like I can get down there, not that hard. But again, it's not relevant to the sport of powerlifting. You don't need to do it. What would be the process for qualifying Olympics? I think you would identify as a man, or the other way around, or is that just for combat sports? Thanks, Josh. Don't powerlifters have elevated HEA? I don't know. I'm not sure what you're asking, Paul. Almost all weightlifters are dying of heart attacks. Joshua, thanks. Almost all of them? or like 2 that made the news who are extreme PED abusers and had heart conditions, as it turns out. Almost all of them. They're all just dropping dead. I went to the gym and there was at least 20 people just laying around. They're all died. Oh yeah, so I'm wearing squat shoes. Actually, as a matter of fact, these are very hard-soled shoes, and they bring your ankle forward a little bit, which helps with mobility. These are Olympics. Well, they call them squat shoes, but they're basically Olympic shoes. Somebody's like, you need to watch yourself. Rich Piana passed away. You're not going to live as long as he did. I'm like, well, I'm 50 and he died at what, 44? So I'm already older than he is. And like, isn't he kind of an outlier? Like the guy who abused the most drugs ever? You're going to compare me to that guy? Thanks, I appreciate it. Like it's either all bad or all good. There's no like doctor prescribed TRT, or maybe a small cycle, to Rich Piana, but I don't believe in the alpha beta sigma thing. That was scientifically disproven with the that was based on a study they did on wolves in 1976. We were just talking about that paper, and they've disproven that. I don't think there's such thing as an alpha or a beta male. I think that there's men who are in different circumstances and phases of their life, and I think any man could be either, depending on the situation. I am on steroids, but I'm saying there's a difference between what I'm on and Rich Piana. That was the point. Anna makes us good training boots. Oh, I'll check those out. Zyro, what's up? We got some doctors in the stream, Zyro. All right, I have exactly 15 minutes. Let's do this. I'm gonna go with the trap bar today. I'm gonna pile up some dummies to make these handles even. Let's go right for it. Yeah. Jojo was a man, thought he was a woman, he was another man. All the wasn't can't keep that it coming, better get it while you can. Get back to where you both belong. Whew. Whew. Curls behind the back, lifts and reverse wrist pull-ups on a curl bar. Okay. You've inspired me to walk around my block and put down a plate of mashed potatoes. What? Are you having anything with them, Daniel? OG Boo Dirty. Wet Shart. I love that name. Yeah, marks I overdid my right forearm yesterday. We're going to get to see you compete. Yes, March 15th. Ryan says I'm a complete waffler. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, yapper. Oh. That's John Pork, your idol. I don't know what that means. You know, it's like when you have trolls, you hope they say something that you can say something funny back to. But what I've been getting today are these weirdos that leave comments that are like, I don't know if it's vernacular from another language or the cadence and diction of a different country or parlance is different. Is John Pork your idol? I don't even, okay. Like, I mean, I guess you might think that's funny. Check the comments on your squatting short. Oh, I can't wait. I'm sure that it's wonderful. The final rep on squats is biblical torture. Yeah. Compete in what? Snipers. Joshua Kubler. I'm gonna. Yes, we'll leave it at that. The guy keeps saying John Pork. I think that's his way of saying he wants to give someone a blumpkin, which is a blowjob while you're taking a shit. Demon Hollingshead, what's your thoughts on form when lifting? I think it's imperative, crucial, especially if you're going to go heavy. Wet Shart, your name cracks me up. What he says, what the fuck is John Pork? I think that's a blumpkin. He likes to go down on dudes while they're taking a dump. John Pork. Did we follow up the same truck you got those weights from? Yeah, most of my weights came from estate sales. The only thing I spent money on is barbells. Plates are weights. Weight. Who gives a shit? Like, you can see, you get a brand new $350 Rogue kilo plates, and I could have the shittiest, Goodwill Cap 45s, And if I have enough of them to make 700 pounds, and you have 700 pounds of those beautiful Rogue calibrated plates, well, first of all, I can actually pick it up. You probably can't do half of that, but my ugly ass, this same shit right here, this pile of garbage, I trained to compete 2 times nationals, 2 times IPL worlds with this garbage right here. Beer charger, does cardio really impact calories out, or should I not consider it as part of my calorie deficit? It does, obviously, because you're burning calories. But the question is how hard are you going? How long are you doing it? What kind of cardio are you doing? How much are you eating? What are you trying to do? What are your goals? You know what I mean? I need context. I need more context. Yeah, Paul, it's over my head too, brother. Throw hay bales around. Do some farm work. Joshua Kubler. We got one out back. Yes, sir, champ shit only. Don't engage lesser people, Kenneth Fraz. Well, I wouldn't be able to talk to anybody if that's the case. But you know where I've been struggling with this stream is like, I don't understand half the shit they're asking me. Usually people are very direct in their insults. Joshua, bucking hay isn't some super exercise. If you do farm work, you should work out. Oh, well, okay, so that's actually something I can comment on. Because I work in construction, heavy industry, and guys, they bust their ass. Iron workers, they lift heavy steel all day long. Your body becomes accustomed to the amount of work that you do regularly. So if you're doing hay baling, let's say, you're going to get adapted to do that. But you're not going to get any stronger than you already are if you're doing the same amount of relative work every day. So if you expect to get stronger, you still have to do something on top of it. That's why people have such a hard time getting calves big, because you walk all day. Your calf gets punished all day long. So for you to cause an adaptation, you got to hammer it above and beyond, which is just something I'm not willing to do. How much protein should a person eat in a day to lose fat and gain muscle? I'm a 3-to-1 protein guy, so I do like ratio of 1 to 3 carbs protein. I don't think you need more than 1 gram per body weight. Any more than that, and over time, you risk damaging your kidneys. Now, over time, how much is that? It could be 20 years, I don't know. But either way, it's like unnecessary. Your body filters it out if it can't process it. Dexterity is durability, and durability is strength. Yeah, I would agree with that. That's why I do Muay Thai training. I actually spend most of my time, I'm not doing heavy lifting. I'm doing like physical therapy stuff. Wear high heels. They work your calves. Hell yeah. All right, I'm going to bang this out. And then I got to go pick my daughter up. Where is my belts? Where the fuck does the time go? Well, this wasn't the best stream we've ever had. That's my fault, though. I kept misinterpreting people. Natural protein from chicken. Do love me some chickens. We eat a lot of eggs, though. Progressive overload, not insurance. I don't know what that comment's in reference to, but that's awesome. Progressive overload, not insurance. my hands. The knurling on that bar is crazy. How much is that? Let's see, it's a 65-pound bar. So, 485, 510. That's 510 pounds. I could have done more too, but I can't. Ow! I had one or two more in me. PR, I don't know how many was that. I wasn't counting. Everybody should take creatine. They don't allow gloves in competition, so you got to get used to it. If deadlift's training your lower back, we need to look at your body positioning, because we could probably, it shouldn't be straining your lower back. What does that work out? Your entire body. Legs, back, lats, butthole. Do you do neck training? Yeah, mostly body weight though when we're doing like Muay Thai. I love the deadlift, but I'm not doing it super heavy. Yeah, you don't really, well, I don't know. Like, define super heavy. I would say 50% should be half of, should be your body weight. That should be your 50% for general strength. So you should be working out with your body weight on deadlifts if you don't want to go heavy. Level Farm Wes Watson. Just go to the gym so you get better at basketball. Dude, right on. I love basketball. Guys, I gotta get my daughter. So unfortunately, I got to let you go. I give this stream, this was a C- today. That's on me though. I just wasn't, I wasn't on my game like I usually am. They say squat does your whole body, but deadlift more so. People argue back and forth about which one's better. Personally, if I'm going to choose one, I think the squat's better. Jason Josh, what's up? I was just getting offline because I got to go pick my daughter up. You guys I got to go. A-marks, but I'm glad you guys came by. I'd be deadlifting 140 pounds if it was body weight. Well, so a good marker of strength, and this is real general, is 2 times body weight for deadlift, 2 times body weight for squat, 1.5 times body weight for bench. That's like that should be a goal that every man has for just general strength. And there's issues with that calculation. That's just a general calculation for most men. If most men could do that, they're going to be probably reasonably strong people. So you don't want to train super heavy. You could train with 50% of that weight and do like, start. That's where your starting 5x5 would be, roughly there, your body weight. But a lot of people, they just started training, they can't even do that yet. So usually, like, if you've never lifted a weight in your life, what I'll tell my guys is your first goal is, let's get you to your body weight, and then we'll go from there. 435 deadlift tomorrow, and I'm fucking 54. Hell yeah, man. Ken, I like you, Ken. I wish you were here in Vegas, baby. You and I would probably get along pretty good. I hate bench chest naturally high. A good replacement for bench is weighted dips. As a matter of fact, if I wasn't a power lifter, I'd probably do weighted dips. My apprentice has crazy good genetics. The kid's ripped. Lift, then lift more. Pick it up, put it down. What test should I start? Never done it. You talking about testosterone? Yeah, go. I have to go. But Helix HRT, you can look it up online. But sorry, kids, I gotta get going. Otherwise, my daughter's gonna be sitting out there waiting for me. I love you guys. See you on the battlefield.